we have this question, right, has a single power of 3. So what this means is this. Question 1. This is the 9, give it 3 to the power 2, and then 10 volts, 3 to the power p. So at a single power law of 3, that will be 3, you're multiplying, you take one of the bases, then you add the what? You add the power together. So the power now is what? Is 2 plus p. The second one, 27 is 3 to the power 3 times what? Okay? 27 is 3 to the power 3. Okay? And the 8 is. So this will be equal to this times this. That's 3. This is what? 3 times 9 is what? 3 to the power 2. And then that will be equal to what? This 3 is what? Is having power 1. Because naturally, all numbers carry 1. They're the same thing. Once the number is not 0, it carries 1 and doesn't change the number. Okay? Any number to the power of 1 is that number. So this is what? Times 3 2n. So this will be 3, 1 plus 2n. Then for this one, this will be equal to what? You take one of the bases, then you subtract the what? The powers. So that's a single power of 3. Then here, this will be 9 is 3 to the power 2, and this one, 27 is 3 to the power 3. So this will be equal to what? You take the bases are the same, take one of the bases and subtract the power. On the top here is 2, then minus, and the bottom here is 3 times t. That's 3t. So for this one, for the last one here, 9 is what? 3 to the power 2, n plus 1, then over 3 to the power what? 2n minus 1. For the top one, that will be 3 to the power 2 times n, that's 2n. And then 2 times 1, that's a plus 2, all over 3 to the power 2n minus 1. So when your bases are the same, you pick one of the bases, and then you deduct, you subtract the power, then minus. We need to be very careful here. This is an expression, it's not a single entity. So you open your brackets, 2n minus 1. So this 2n and this 2n we cancel. So we just have 3 to the power 2 minus 1. That becomes plus. So that's a 3. 2 plus 1. That's 3. Yeah. We have this following question, right, without brackets. Okay, we have this one. This is one of the laws which we have explained. This is an inclusion and is having power 2. So this power is going to affect the contents of the inclusion. So that will be 2. This will affect this 2 to 2 to power 2, and then 8 to power 2, and that will be 4a squared. This one also, the power will affect the contents of the brackets, and that will be 3 to power 2, and then n squared, which is what? 9n squared. The third one, the same thing also, is going to be 5 squared, okay, and then n squared, and that will be equal to what? 25 n squared. The next one, you have a product of 2 items, and then all of them inside an inclusion. The bracket will affect each of the contents, and that will be this to the power 3, this to the power 3. The next one, you have a fraction inside a bracket. So it's going to be a to the power 3, and then q to the power 3. This will give us what? Then the next one, same thing also fraction. So this will be 3 to the power 2 over n to the power 2, which is what? 9 over n squared. Here also, you have a fraction, all enclosed, to the power 4. So this will be equal to what? P4, and this is q, and this is what? Over q to the power 4. Okay, the exponent will affect each of the items inside the brackets. And this one will be what? This is t over 5. So it's going to be t squared over 5 squared, which is what? T squared over 25. Okay. Yeah, we are looking at simplifying algebraic expressions. And then we have this question. What we do here, we have this 2a b to power 4. They are all inside a brackets to power 4. The meaning of this is that each item is going to be affected by what? It's going to be affected by the power. So it will be 2 to power 4, a to power 4, b to power 4 times. So that is the first thing you have to do. You have to interpret the algebraic expression, and this will be equal to what? 2 to power 4 is 16, a to power 4, and then this will be 4 times 4, that's b, 16. Okay? Yeah, we have this question expressed in simplest form without brackets, and we have those algebraic expression. The first one is going to be the exponent is going to affect each of the items in the expression, and that will be equal to 2 to power 3, you open the bracket, and this one a squared to power 3 all over b squared to power 3. That's the first interpretation of that algebraic expression, and this will be 2 to power 3 is 8, and then 2 times 3, that's 8 to power 6 all over 2 times 3 b to power 6, and that finished the question. Number 2. It is the same thing also. The question 2, the exponent, the power, is going to affect each of the contents of the fraction, and that will be 4 to power 2. This will be 4 to power 2, a to power 3 times 2 all over b to power 2, and this will be equal to what? 4 to power 2 is 16, and then this one times this one, that's 8 to power 6 bt. And that ends that question. Then we go to the third one. The third one also implies 3 to power 2. This one, the power here will affect this one, will affect this one, will affect this one. So that will be 3 to power 2, then p as power p squared times what? Times 2 to power 2 all over q to power 3. Yeah, then you put its exponents there. So final conclusion for that one, this will be 9, and this will be 2 times 2, that's a p4 all over q6, 3 times 2, q6. We have this question simplified using the law of exponents. The first question that we have there, we have this one. So all we're going to do now is the number together, 2 times 3, that's 6, then this one, and this one, okay? So this one means we have W brackets, W in 4 places, and then we have 1 here, okay? And that's what 6W5, okay? Actually, you can use the law of straight away, the law of exponents, 2 times 3, that's 6. Then this base here, this base here, they are the same thing. Take all of the bases, and that's 4. This is having 1 here, so plus 1. And that's what? 6W5. Number 2. Here, 18 over 6, that's what? That's 3. We have 2 of this here, we have 1 of this here, so it will be a to power 2 minus 1. This one is having power 1, then b to power 3. This is having power 1 also, minus 1. Apply the law of division. Okay, so this will be equal to what? 3 what? 3 a b to power b to power b to power 2. 24 plus 6. This one we cancel, this we cancel. Then we have n to power 4 minus 1. That's 4 n to power 3. That finish that. Okay? This is having 1. I told us that all numbers, once they're not 0, they carry what? They have the power of 1. Any number to power 1 is that number. Okay? So, this one will be equal to what? They have the same base. Take one of that. 5 plus 8, that's 13. Okay? Then, this is 2 times 3, that's 6. Then 6, apply the law of division. Okay? And that was T was T 7. Okay? Here also, this will be 2 goes there, that's 6. No, 4 goes there, that's 3. 4 goes there, that's what? 2. Then here, we have 2 of this here, we have 1 here. So that's what? That'll be this. Okay? Or 2 minus 1, because this one is having 1. And then y to power 5 minus 2. So the final answer for this one will be 3 or 2 x to power what? X times y to power 3. So that finished that question ish. Okay? And for this one here, this will be equal to what? 3 times 4. That's b 12 times b5 all over this one and this one, that will be b8. So take one of the bases, okay? So that will be b to power what? You add the power together because you are multiplying. That will be 12 plus 5 all over b8. And that will be equal to what? b17 minus what? Minus 8. And that's what b what? b9. So that's that question.